Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Speedrun. Last episode on the XR6 Turbo, we looked at the intercooler piping, getting rid of the stock intake muffler system for the turbo, and I also upgraded the stock air filter with a K&N panel filter. At the end of that video, I talk about doing a bit of a brake upgrade and needing, discs and rotors. Thanks to everyone that wrote in and gave your advice and told me, different kits on the market to look at. It was a massive help, and I do appreciate that. But finally had the chance to install it. It's been sitting around in the garage for maybe 2.5 months. So yeah, let's get into what I actually did. So what have I purchased? I ended up going with an RDA slotted and dimple rotor. That's on the front and the rears. A Bendix basic generic pad on the rears. For anyone that's seen the size of an XR6 Turbo rear pad, it's about this big. I can't really see it doing much, nor justify the cost in a higher performance pad for the rears. And on the fronts, I ended up purchasing a EBC red stuff. Now, I've used EBC before in the past, especially the red stuff, on a couple of my other cars, and I think they're a fantastic pad. They used to be considered a bit of a track day pad or high performance street pad. Not sure if they're still considered that these days, but nonetheless, they're a fantastic pad, and for the money you spend, yeah, it's definitely working in this application. So why did I end up choosing this combo of disc and pad? Look, there are other discs on the market, there are other brands. I'm sure there's other kits out there that will outperform what this will do day in, day out. But for bang for buck and for a daily street driven XR6 Turbo, it was really hard to pass up. The kit was well under $800. Obviously I fitted it myself, so I didn't have to pay any labor, but the performance of the red stuff pad and with these discs is amazing. From what I had on there previously, mind you that the discs were a little bit warped and the pads were extremely low, but from what was on there, this thing just pulls up so much better than what it used to be. So massive shout out to Carter's Clutch and Brake in Newcastle. They've actually installed this kit on a couple of customers' cars, XR6 Turbos in particular, and the feedback they gave me and the advice they gave me on this kit was hard to really pass up. As well as the feedback from you guys on Facebook or on YouTube about what brake kits you guys use. That really helped make my decision as well. So how well does this brake combo work? Well, I'm on a little bit of a side street in an 80k zone. It's not the best sealed road, there's gravel everywhere. So we're just gonna get up to 80k's and we'll jump on the anchors and we'll see how well it pulls up. And that's how well it pulls up. So I'm actually amazed with how well this brake kit performs. So obviously there's going to be other pads out on the market that are going to perform a little bit better than what these EBCs are going to do. With a higher performance brake pad and one that can handle a little bit more heat, usually in those applications you need to get heat into the pad first before they start to perform. In a street application, that's probably not the best pad to choose. You want that initial grab, you want that cold bite, and you want to be able to pull it up. So I highly recommend this combination of brakes if you are looking to do a bit of a brake upgrade or you need to change your pads and rotors. As I keep saying, obviously there are other kits out on the market, other brands, other companies that are going to outperform what this is going to do, but in a street application and on a reasonable budget, this is performing extremely well, and especially now that they've bedded in, to pull up this car in that short distance is just amazing. So what's next for the XR6 Turbo? Well, I actually vented atmosphere the blow-off valve. Let's see if you guys can hear it. Doesn't sound too bad. So this is just a stock blow-off valve. Instead of being plumbed back, I've just taken off that pipe and blocked the intake side, so it is just venting to atmosphere. But I wouldn't mind in the future looking at a couple of other blow-off valves. I know Turbo Smart do a really good one, so I might look at that. So the other thing, I've owned the car for over 10,000 Ks now, and I really want to do a massive service on it. So I've got a care package coming throughout the week. That should be exciting. I've been buying bits and bobs to do a service. Yeah, so that'll probably be the next video. Until then, stay tuned, and thanks everyone for your support so far. Let us know what you want to see happen with the XR6 Turbo as well. There's a couple of other things I want to look at, exhausts in particular. So let us know what you guys run and what you guys recommend. That'll be much appreciated. But until then, thanks guys for tuning in.